Here we go.
I don't care what you say to other people, because they really don't matter. But when you step to me, please say yes. I've been sitting here thinking about you and what I want to do, and what I want to do. 'Cause the temperature's running high. How about a rendezvous? Will you say? Say yes. Can you say yes? Can you say yes? Will you say yes? Will you say yes? Oh, I don't deserve all the things you give to me. Can't you see? And that your sweet love made a better man out of me. I'll give my heart to you. Tell me what you want, what you need, my baby. I give you all that you see, sweet darling. And if you care enough for me, you listen to what I say. Put your trust in me, baby. Will you just, will you say, can I take you by your hand? Take you by the hand, yeah. Oh yeah. Explore the fantasy, explore the fantasy. Oh, let me take you to the shower. Take you to the shower. Shower, babe. Say yes for me. Say yes for me. Oh, yes. Say yes. Will you say yes? Say yes. Yes for me. Can you say yes? Say yes. Say yes, say yes for me. Oh, can I take you to the shower, baby? You say, and explore the fantasy. Oh, can I take you by your hand? Say yes. Say yes, say yes for me. Yes. Can you say yes?
Wow. The title track from the Phil Perry.
Will you
CD.
say yes?
Wow.
Can
Getting
you
sexy
say
there, Phil.
yes?
The chat room, you driving them crazy.
I'm just doing my job, baby.
Take it to the shower.
Will you say?
You're never too old. Say yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Man.
Cheers.
All right.
Mac is just like wow, 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 wow.
Combine
Okay.
this with that Viagra.
He said when he was on the prowl, he brings back memories.
Good. I'm glad.
PMC said sometimes a little simple hook works.
Yeah.
You know, really sexy, really modern. You know, it's just interesting, Phil, watching how you don't let yourself get into a rut, how you're constantly thinking and growing.
Well, I don't
so
like to
evident.
listen to myself. She'll tell you, I don't like hearing my own stuff. Once I've recorded it, I'm really ready to move on.
Yeah.
No judging, just let the flow
Yeah,
go.
because if not, I'll drive myself nuts. Because
Right.
there's every time I hear it, there are things I wish I had done.
Because you can do it
that
1,000
I
different
didn't
ways.
do.
You know?
And there's so much open for interpretation. You can run yourself batty trying to put the perfect thing in the perfect place. You know.
And may I add a side note? That's why it took me 4 years to do mine. So I'm gonna take a page out of your book.
Yes.
Baby, the best thing I could tell you is it's not going to make anybody feel anything unless it makes you feel something. So make sure that you move that you that lives inside.
Oh yeah.
And then you don't have to worry about other people's interpretation.
Yeah.
They'll come along.
Even
They
if
will.
even if it takes 8 years. Huh?
Even if it takes, I like how Phil. There's so much weight to everything you say. Like you choose your words, and it hits me.
I haven't
It-
born of being married close to 30 years.
He's garrulous. Garrulous. It's a new word. Garrulous.
Well, on this next track, co-written by Mr. Perry, he also on this one does the background vocals. This is Just a Little Bit.
That's my favorite.
That must be your favorite.
That's
Oh my
favorite.
gosh.
Okay, so Lillian, you tell us, Lillian. Okay,
favorite.
with that degree of fanfare, Lillian, you have to tell us why. Why do you? Okay, because that's it. That's
Can I
got me
leave the
excited.
room first? It's getting a little warm in here.
No, because I want everyone to listen to it. It's just such a great song. He's so conversational in this album, and this is just a continuation of a conversation. This is the way he talks. You know, when he's flirting with me, hopefully just with me.
Well, so far, a very consistent effort. You know, Phil. Remember, I bought your albums, and I have him in every format. I'm proud to say and I paid for it. I have, even though I got a couple tapes from Howard University Radio. I've paid for all of it, and so
you.
Phil, even looking through your collection, this is incredible. This is an incredible assortment so far. It's really incredible because it's the simplistic excellence in a way, I guess, because it is so different from other stuff that you've done and the work shows.
Fresh.
Right.
Yeah, what I'm really shocked at is the youthful edge. I don't know what else.
Well, now,
it
I
has a
have
really
to-
youthful edge.
I have to
here.
give credit where credit is due. Big Dog has a whole lot to do with that
Yeah.
because he is the producer.
Okay.
And that's why
Thank
we
you, Big
use
Dog.
individual singers as opposed to group singing because we want that characteristic.
And by the way, that last song, "Say Yes," is a two-man show. That's Chris and Phil.
You know,
That's
Okay.
it. Even
You got somebody in the chat room, baby love?
well, Mac, you know, he's talking so much.
How you doing?
But I need a little help with the names, though. He said it reminds him of Bella, Lugos.
Oh,
Bella
Leafy is
Lugosi.
funny.
Lugosi.
Sometimes he's that way,
I
too.
love it. I love it. He got you. He got you.
He gets you.
Well,
He gets
you know, if I sang good enough to bring the fangs out, I'm good to go with it.
Yeah, so he was saying that Phil was bringing out a certain side of him.
That's right.
Wasn't he the hunchback? too?
Yeah, he was making him get a little. The horns came out.
The original Dracula.
Well, he did have an out-of-body experience, so we don't know where he went.
I'm glad everybody's feeling it because I thought, well, they say, well, of course you're gonna like it. You're the wife. But no, I mean, it's just I'm
Oh, I
just
told you.
stunned. I don't hear this until everybody else hears it.
Yeah. Now, I know that you're not going to believe this, but I'm glad that I record on the East Coast because I don't think
me.
I would be as hard on myself as I am were she there.
Hard
Okay.
on me. When he
Okay.
records, it's hard on everybody.
Yeah, because I can't.
he's so intense.
It's too much. It's
Right.
too much to think about. I can't not be engulfed in the process.
Right.
You can't come up. You can't come out like this if you're not engulfed in
Right.
the process.
Right.
And that's difficult on the people that love you.
Right.
He's far more intense than
Well, they
he
say
is
you
right
got to
now.
bleed into it. Yeah, you get
Can
blood,
you
sweat, and
imagine?
tears.
Can you imagine?
No, I can't imagine.
Yeah, you can.
can't.
I'll tell you where the
Well, you
headspace is. The headspace is the same place you go when an infant comes in and you can tell very quickly how sick they are, and you know you got to do the right thing.
That's right.
Right now.
Attention to detail.
It's an emergency room.
Yeah.
Nerd and act. Hey, so now, Phil, does this when you do background vocals? Any
Yes.
special thing about that process on this?
No, Big Dog just wanted to keep the vocal characteristic the same.
Okay.
And when it was harmonic, he wanted it to have my sound over anyone else's.
Okay, so that's why on this one, see, that's what I love about this. We get to ask him about why this one, he on the background vocals as opposed to the other ones.
Right.
And so here we go, you guys, just a little bit.
I've been waiting to kiss your pretty lips as I see you walk into the room. It's the way that you flow, and you know I know, baby, I just wanna be with you. I move a little closer, I can feel the heat. Your lips look so red, juicy and sweet. We looked at each other, and then you winked at me. You said, come here, baby, this kiss is what you need. Oh, just a little bit. Can I have just one little kiss on your lips, on your pretty lips? Ooh, baby, just a little bit. Whoa. Baby, I need just a little, baby, just a little bit. Just one kiss, just one little kiss on your lips, on your pretty lips. Ooh, baby, just a little bit, just a little, baby, just a little bit. Oh, wonder can I have just one little kiss on your lips, on your pretty lips. Ooh, baby, just a little bit, just a little bit. Baby, can I have just a little on your lips? Ooh, just a little bit. Can I have just a little more? Little more now. Just one more now. On your lips, on your pretty lips. I can't get enough, can't get enough. Just a little, just a little, just a little.
Pax Stereo TV.
Neo-urban internet television. www.PackStereo TV.
Yeah, I gotta love that. Talk about a fantasy come true.
PMC said that was grown sexy. Stepper.
That's stepper.
Then we went back to that stepper.
Well, that was the
Grown and sexy
conversation.
stepper.
I'd like to revisit the question that was posed to the females earlier, which was, when you hear somebody say that to you,
Just a little.
what does that make you feel like? Other than desired.
I went first last time. I'll be polite.
Yeah, because you know, DeVoe blush. She's on the gun.
Well, good to Lily.
It's complimentary. It just
Just begging, huh? You just love men that beg.
it's a relationship. Obviously, they're not strangers. You know, she winks at him.
She tells me that her kiss is what I need.
Yeah, this kiss is what you need.
Just a little bit.
Ooh, I love that.
Yeah, okay, Kimberly. Just a little
Kim,
bit.
what about you? What do you think?
I agree. And grown and sexy is really. I mean, Phil already
Yeah.
put out there what I was thinking.
Yep.
I like the.
I don't recall that smile being quite as bright as it
Yeah.
is right now.
Yeah,
Beautiful
I know.
smile.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Always.
Aw.
Shining.
Well, again, super sexy. We were talking about, Phil's albums, and I think I have all the albums. But not. He shocks me by I find music that I didn't know. So I hate. See, with him, you can't say you have it all. You can say you think you got most of it, but no, he always comes out with something. Especially now where he's got the tracks from live performances. So it's all a whole new game again with you if you're a Phil Perry collector. At one point in time, before live stream wiped out our collection, assholes. Anyway, we had like 9 hours
Yeah.
of continuous Phil Perry video uploaded
Wow.
into live stream, and they wipe out your stuff every so often. But this is a man with that kind of a catalog, and so we have to say, wow. This next track represents another example of him doing classic. The Long and Winding Road, that's the Beatles, that's John Lennon, that's Paul McCartney. This is a song, wow. So I gotta hear from Phil about how he chose, again, this song. And this, what was his approach?
I always loved this song, and my approach was simple. Doesn't everyone have someone in their life that they aren't with now, that they wish they could find the long and winding road back to? Is there no one else but me that feels that?
Wow.
You have someone
Wow.
that you want to.
Says the
No,
wife.
but it doesn't necessarily
Have
mean
to be a lover.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone in your.
it doesn't have to be relational as much as it has to be you missing them.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know?
Even someone who has passed.
Yes.
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 The Long and Winding Road.
The long and winding road that leads to your door will never disappear. I've seen that road before.
This is my
It
favorite.
always leads
That's
me.
what really made me.
Leads me to your door. The wild and windy night that the rain
Just washed away.
washed away
My love.
has left a pool of tears,
A pool of tears.
crying for today.
Somebody needs to help him.
Why leave me standing here? Let me know the way. Many times I've been alone, and many times I've cried. Anyway, you'll never know long time ago. Don't leave me waiting here. Lead me to your but still they lead me back to the long and winding road. You left me standing here a long, long time ago. Don't keep me waiting here. Lead me to your door. Long and winding backstage.
Yeah, well, I'm feeling damn good. I don't know about
Okay. PMC said the song is a great melody. Great melody.
It has as strong a melody to me as Yesterday or any of the other multi-covered compositions that McCartney and Lennon blessed us with.
Yes.
Man,
And it's a
wonderful.
nice thought, you know. I've been doing this a long time. It's nice to be able to sing songs that have a significant meaning to you without somebody asking you why you want to cut this.
There you go.
You know what I mean? Because when I suggested the long and winding road, I received no opposition along the way.
Wow.
And I mean none.
You know, part of the thing I always have liked about your releases, and I don't know if it was always right, I kind of assumed that you always were in the choosing more than other people, at least, because you always were doing tracks that I would wonder where they would come from, so I had to assume, you know, that it had to be you, Phil.
Well, no, I'd love to take credit for it, but along my career, I've had some very, very talented people to assist me in making decisions about the repertoire that I built over the years.
Wow.
And the long and as I said earlier, excuse me, the Long and Winding Road is my favorite Beatles song.
Wow.
You know, and then my next one is Eleanor Rigby, and I was really torn.
That's cold.
Yeah, but you know,
That has a whole interpret. Yeah.
but it was easy for me to choose what I chose
Yeah.
because nobody's version of Eleanor Rigby messes with Ray Charles's. So
Oh,
and I
that's a
didn't
cold.
even,
Ooh, that's a good one.
and I didn't even want
Ooh.
to go there. So I thought, let
Ooh.
me be respectful of the one that came before me and sang this and sing something else.
And you did.
But you know, there's
so
always the
respectful.
future too.
Yeah, that's true.
There's always time.
It's true.
Next time. Hey, so this next track you wrote, "Peel the Veil."
Yes.
Tell us about that, Phil.
Peel the Veil is a story that unfolds along a performer's journey. And sometimes as performers, we find ourselves in different places, around different people, in strange environments. And we have a natural human apprehension of the new environment. This is what happens when you embrace it. On Pax Stereo TV.
I live as I can and travel to a foreign place, to a distant land where my host said graciously that night I'd have the chance to see something few believe. The celebration is on, full of food and wine, an enchanting time, someone announced more festivity, and they leaned and said to me, there is a story of the ages as old as time, of the purest hearted man to breathe. Because his heart was pure, you see, only he received the sweetest invitation to peel the veil, peel it, come peel the veil in the comfort of your home. Peel the veil, peel it, come peel the veil where I know you're safe and warm. As I walked outside, I saw the sights I thought I'd find from another time. There were torches everywhere. Sandalwood and jasmine blue seemed to fill the air. 12 maidens dancing by campfire, dressed in silk so bright. They lit up the night. Purple and gold seemed to catch my eye. And then I realized that all the mystery wrapped up in that ancient tale had got up to me. I looked up and there she stood. She bowed and said, sir, if you please, would you follow me? She moved her veil and then with a nod informed me that she was Scheherazade. We stole a while and then cautiously she turned and said to me, there is a story of the ages as old as time, of the purest heart of man to prevail. My heart confirmed what my eyes knew. Once I saw you receive my invitation to peel the veil. Come peel the veil in the comfort of your arms. Come peel the veil there, I know you're safe and warm. I know you're safe and warm. Let it fall to the floor, 'cause there's no one in this world that wants you more. Peel, come peel the veil, peel the veil. Peel it, come peel the veil, peel the veil. See, I know what's in store. Yes, I do. Let the veil fall to the floor. Pack Stereo TV. Let that veil fall, baby.
Yeah. You know, you guys, forgive us sometimes. Phil was signaling me for the transition, waking us up, because we over here talking so much about the whole CD, the whole flow, because we played it, you know, we played it in order, you know, and what's so cool about this, there have been other artists who demanded, but there was this big controversy. I think it was Jermaine Dupri said, well, I want the artist to buy my CD because he didn't want to sell the individual songs, and I want them to play in this order. Right. And I said, dude, no offense, there's only certain albums in my whole collection that got played from beginning to end. The truth is we always jumped around and played what we wanted. Then ultimately, if you earned that, then we would play the whole album. But I can damn near name albums that got played all the way through, like The Heat Is On by the Isleys. There's very few. So almost nobody does that.
Right.
Okay,
With
Marvin
Earth,
Gaye, I
Wind,
Want
and
You.
Fire, they were good for
Yeah,
it.
but I remember you have to say which one, though. It's not all Earth, Wind, and Fire albums. Okay, let's be real now. We jumped around. I'm saying, thank you. Let's be real. Let's be real. Because we collectors. You know, I mean, there's different. But so when we talk about Phil, especially with him here, the degree of integrity that would even allow you to embrace this kind of discussion has to do with, this is a man who's always constantly pushing himself toward excellence. And I told him, as a collector, this is a maybe the best assortment so far. It's maybe his best assortment of any of the projects.
You're just going to make me work that much harder the next time I go to the studio, aren't you?
I mean, it is really it really is one of the ones where you can play it through.
Yes.
We've kind of proven that here today, and I, for one, I'm just proud. I'm just
It's
proud.
half and half. It's half great covers and half great originals, and it
Yeah.
shows what a songwriter my husband is.
That's-
And I think that people should
Buy
do the
it.
right song.
The thing with me is,
Justin Bieber needs a Phil Perry song.
Yes, he
Yes,
does.
it does.
as an artist that writes, you
You're not
always
kidding.
want to get better at everything that you do. It's difficult for me as a composer to write audience inclusive music because I have such defined presets, for lack of a better word, of what it is that I'm trying to say. That's important to me. And I've learned over the years that sometimes what's important to me really does exclude the audience. And so I'm working toward becoming better at being audience inclusive in my compositions.
Well, brother, you've done a wonderful job, and as a man too, feeling I'm getting older. For any of us to do as we get into more senior years, better and better works of our own craft. That's a testimony. I don't care what field
Right.
you are in. If you are 50 in your 50s, get into your 60s, and you do works of art that where you are taking yourself to another level, I don't care what you do.
Yeah.
You are definitely blessed by your own work ethic, and I'm sure the creator is right there cheering with you, because that's how inspirational
It's a
it is
promise.
to see it, to
It's
see
a
you do
promise.
this, brother. It is.
We're supposed to do better in our latter days because it was promised that we would.
That's right.
Just the other day, she was talking about me spending more time on writing. And I told her, I shared the same story with her that I share with you about, as I get older, I want to become a better writer. I want to become more poignant, because you never know when the plug is going to get pulled and you're not going to have the opportunity anymore.
Right.
So when you get the opportunity, you want to make the best of it. She said, well, just keep writing. You'll be there. In a minute.
And the Say Yes CD is an excellent example of just that. Remember, everybody, we're talking about Phil Perry's latest CD, Say Yes. We've been playing it all the way through today in our special broadcast focused around Phil Perry. And again, it's a wonderful day in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
And I'm going to make sure, too, Lillian, that I get this uploaded on the Phil Perry TV site.
you.
Make sure it's at all the places. I'll get that work
Yes.
done for you, because we want everyone to see and to experience this, so they can run over to ReverbNation.com/Phil Perry. Go over there, go to iTunes, get you a copy, get the download.
Amazon.
Join Amazon, go be part of the experience, and then join the community that is there at philperry.tv, because it again represents the integrity, because this is a community that is managed by Lillian Perry. So there's no middle men or middle women. There is direct connection, and that's what's so wonderful about Phil, is his embracing of this new media allows us to be so close to him. So this recording today will be a treasure. Yeah,
Absolutely.
it'll be a treasure forever.
Mac
for everyone to enjoy.
is agreeing with you when you were talking a little earlier. He's like, true. He can totally relate to what you're saying.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So,
It's at Best Buy. It's at Barnes and Noble. So
Come on and get some.
Yeah, you
get the app.
You definitely want to get some of this.
Get there. All right, so now we down to the two last songs, and the last one is Bridge Over Troubled
we
Waters.
are playing the whole album.
You think I would miss this?
No,
I want this to go down in history. I'm gonna be old
This is
one
the
day, and I'm gonna
listening
point to this and say, "Look at me, look at Phil and I. That's real. That is real.
That's true.
We defined it. We were the ones who sat around and drank coffee and juice and stuff and played a CD all the way through and talked about it because we could."
Right.
And because he was willing. So first of all, you gotta, everybody, you gotta acknowledge here's an artist willing to do this.
Yeah.
So God bless Phil
And really
Perry.
stepping out of his comfort zone, because this really isn't making music.
Mario, I always felt that Phil just needed to be heard once by anybody, and that they would just like, oh my gosh, who is that guy? How come I've never heard of him? Just hear him once. And this album is a sort of a culmination of that whole idea, that you just hear this.
It is not good for man
And
to
it's
be alone.
good for the spirit.
It is not.
He sings and he makes from his heart to the world. He gives his heart in his singing, and it makes everyone feel good.
I agree. They really just have to hear it once. And you know what? I was just sitting here in my mind. I was daydreaming, and I daydreamed.
About your ex-girlfriend.
No, that rehearsal, because you guys go watch the rehearsal series featuring Phil Perry, and I was just daydreaming, imagining these songs.
Right.
In a live, small, intimate setting being performed.
Right.
Like where he does his rehearsals, a wonderful place with a loft, and that would be such a wonderful pay-per-view. Wonderful pay-per-view.
Yeah, it would be nice.
All right, just tell us about Can't Hide Love.
Well, I mean, a lot of people think when they read the title that it's the Earth, Wind, and Fire version.
As I did.
And that's you can't hide love.
Which
It
is
is
Skip
not.
Scarborough, which it is not.
And Skip Scarborough is excellent compositional company, because he's written some incredible
Unbelievable.
songs.
Here Phil and I go at it. We love.
Incredible
This is three
songs.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's
You know,
right.
Yeah, three words. You
Yeah.
can't hide love.
Yeah, but this is one of those kinds of tunes that you say or you play for someone who befits the description. Baby, what you talking about? Where you going? What you doing? You might be able to run, but I guarantee you can't hide.
What is this feeling between you and me? It's a complicated thing for us to believe. You say you need me, yet we have no trust. And when we are making love, the love is making us. Can't hide love. You can't hide. It's the only thing you can't give up. I love you. You can't hide love. And you can't deny that you can't give up. can't hide all the things you feel inside. No, you gotta play the game, win or lose. You gotta pay your dues for love.
It's out of Phil Perry's latest CD, Say Yes, the song entitled Can't Hide Love, featuring Najee on flutes.
That's right.
Man. Man.
Whoa.
Only here at Pack Stereo, and we're going to get it up there on Phil Perry TV, too, for all the fans, too. We'll get it up there today. You got to see this. The artist himself, while we enjoy and embrace his latest work, and a wonderful work it is.
Yes, it is.
Wow. And
Thank
Phil,
you.
wow.
Wow.
That's
Wow.
nice.
And I just want to say before I leave, you guys are a powerhouse, the two of you. Be an example and keep shining the way you guys do.
Thank
Yes,
you.
For real.
I'm glad you think
For
so.
real, I
That's
do.
nice.
I do.
Empress.
See you again soon.
You did? You
Yes.
With everything that we're thinking.
With
and
all this
planning.
training you've been doing for the last close to 30 years,
What's that?
with all the training you've been doing of me the last 30 years, it's starting to pay off.
But the two of you look so well together.
Yeah.
Well,
That's true.
Well,
Yes.
maybe this
Thank
last
you.
song is symbolic, because this is the last song from the CD, written by Paul Simon. Classic indeed, again. And once again, I love that I get the opportunity to hear my friend interpret these types of tunes. Bridge Over Troubled Water.
Yeah. Only with at least from the intent perspective, with a little gospel twinge to it.
Ooh, this be
With a
fun.
little bit of He can be our bridge over troubled water.
Don't trouble the water. Let it go. Let it be.
Pax Stereo TV.
Don't trouble the water. Let it go.
Just let it go.
Let it be.
When you're weary, feeling small, when tears are in your eyes, He will dry them all. He's on your side when times get rough and your friends just can't be found. He'll be your bridge over troubled water.
I will ease your mind like a breeze.
Be that bridge over troubled water.
I will lay
He will lay you down. Oh no,
Let it go.
let it go.
Let it be.
When you're down and out, when you're on the street, when evening comes so hard, He will comfort you. He'll take your part. Yes, He will. When darkness comes, thank you, Lord. And when pain
It's all
is all around, He'll be your bridge over troubled water. He will ease your mind, Lord.
like a breeze over troubled
Over troubled water. He will lay me down. Think about it.
Let it go.
Let it go.
Let it be.
Leave it alone.
Trouble.
Leave it alone. Leave it alone.
Trouble.
Leave it alone. Don't try.
trouble the water, y'all. Don't trouble the water. Wait on him. Let it go. Let it go. Let it be. Let it be. Leave the water alone. Don't trouble the water. He got it covered for you. Hey. Don't trouble the water. Let it be. Trouble the water. Ooh, let it go. Let it go. Trouble let it be. Let it be. Why don't you leave me? Don't trouble the water. Wish I had somebody to tell me. Let it go. Let it go. Trouble the water. Leave it alone. Why don't you? Don't trouble the water. Don't you trouble the water. Don't trouble let it be, yeah.
Yeah. Everybody. Take us to church. Like you said, a little gospel film.
Yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful. Everybody, we've been listening to Phil Perry's latest CD, Say Yes, and we have to admit, everybody, I think the chat room's weighing in. Everybody has to really go, wow, Phil, congratulations.
Thank you.
Go get it. Like we said, it's available. And I think you got to visit ReverbNation.com/Phil Perry because of the wonderful presence. And also become a member. Become a member of one of the communities that is truly hosted by the artist himself and his significance. This is how you get to be this close to an artist like Phil Perry by joining up at philperry.tv, where you can communicate using all the latest smart technology and get the app, all that stuff.
The more the merrier.
The more the merrier.
Right.